Hello everyone, again this is Shakha from Technical Cloud Knowledge and I'm back with another lecture on Linux. So this one is the lecture number 18 of our Linux series and today we are going to discuss the filter command topic. If you do remember that I have covered some of the topics on my previous lecture as well, which is coming under filter command topic. So for that you need to watch my previous lecture. And let me tell you one more thing, which is as important as the lecture, that today I'm going to discuss something very important regarding Linux, which most of the people ask to us. So for that, you need to watch the video until the very end in order to avoid missing any necessary detail or point regarding these topics. So now let's begin the lecture. First, let's understand what do we mean by filter command. Basically, we use filter command to get the specific output or the particular output according to our need. In Linux, this command is used to filtering something. Basically, in Linux, this command is used to focus on a specific set of data for a command or a file. Or if I would say, like, you can exclude specific or the particular data from the output, you will use filter command. In short, this command is used so that we can get the, suppose like if there are multiple log files available in Linux, okay, and under this log files there are 1000 lines of content is available, but I just need first line of content. So how would I do that? I will use filter command. Okay, in short, it will take the standard input of some file and then it will translate it into a meaningful format and then it will provide you the standard output. So take the standard input, convert it into a meaningful format and then will provide you the result. So that's how the filter command will work. Okay, so in Linux, there are multiple number of filter commands available, as you can see on my screen as well, which is mentioning on my screen. So some of these commands, all these commands referring to filter commands. We have covered some of the topics like till pipe symbol to tail we have covered, accepting WC and cut command. So we have covered all these topics. If you want to know regarding these topics, you need to watch my previous lecture. Okay, so that you will get a better understanding regarding filter commands. Okay, basically today we are going to cover these three commands: semicolon, WC and the cut command. Today we are going to talk over these commands. Now my question is that why do we execute commands? We use command, or should I say execute command, so that we can done or we can use the, like, we can take the operation or the task. Suppose if you want to do some operation or task, you will use commands. In Windows, how would we do? We know that how to use, like, how to do the operation and task. In Windows we are easily able to do that, but in Linux case, what happens? We need to execute commands, and for that we need to clear with the syntax of the command. So it is very important. Okay, so let's start with the semicolon first. So our first command of today's lecture is semicolon. Why do we use semicolon? Basically, the semicolon is used to put two or more commands in one line. We can separate more commands by just putting that argument call, by just putting that command called semicolon. Suppose there are multiple things. Suppose if you want to create a file, then if you want to create a folder, then after that you need to execute ls-l, and you want to read a file called etc password. So how would you do that? You will execute all these commands separately one by one, but I want that all these commands should be work in one single line. So for that we will use semicolon. Basically, the basic use of semicolon is that it will put two or more commands in one single line. So that's how we can run or execute many commands in one go on. So that's how the semicolon will work. We can get the better understanding of this command by terminal. Open the terminal. Okay, let's maximize. So first let's check where we are. We are at our current working directory, root directory, and then let's check the contents. So these are the content is available. Now I want to create a file, Shikha. Okay. Then thereafter, in this line also, I want to create a directory. I have used the semicolon here, as you can see. Then I want to create a directory called Sharma. Then we will again use semicolon, and then we can run another command. And after that, we can, suppose if we want to read a file etc password, first we need to run command history-a. Okay. So that's how we will use. Okay, many commands. As you can see, Shikha and Sharma directory has been created in ls-l. You are able to see that. Okay, so that's how you will execute many commands in one single line by just using semicolon option. Okay, now our next command which we will going to talk about today is wc command. WC. Okay, so what does this command refer? Basically, the WC command is refers to word count. This command is used for the purpose of counting. Suppose if we want to count a file, like how many number of lines, characters, words, and like whatever the number of lines and characters and words is available in that file content, we can use WC command for that. So the basic purpose of WC command is that it will count the number of lines, characters, and words under the file. Okay, so this is the basic use of WC command. For the we will use this command for counting purpose. Okay, basically it will provide the, by default it will provide the output in four columnar ways. The first column refer to the number of lines, the second column refers to the number of words, and the third number refers to the the third column refers to the number of characters, and the fourth column is that name of the file. So that's how the WC command will work. Let's do it by practical also, so that you will able to understand. Okay, suppose there is a file called etc password file. Okay, as you can see, this is the file called password file. Now I want to check how much number of lines is available in this file. How would I do that? Or how much number of files, content like lines, words, and characters is available in this file? I will run WC along with that file name. So as you can see, 45 lines is available, 103 words, and 2513 character is available in this file. So that's how it will provide the output in four columnar ways. Suppose if you just want to see how many lines, so you will use option -l along with WC command. So that's how we will only able to see the lines. If we want to see only the character, we will use the C. Okay, and the file name. So that's how we'll able to see only the characters. If we want to see only the words, we will use W. Okay, that's how we will see the words on. So that's how the WC command will work. This is the basic usage of WC command for word count. Okay, now our third command which we are going to talk about today, and the last one of today's lecture, is cut command. So if we talk about cut command, why do we use cut command? The cut command is used to cutting out the specific section from the file. Suppose there are multiple lines of content and we just want that specific line, that specific character, we can do that by cut command. Okay, so that's how the cut command will work. It will slice a line from that specific content. So that's how the cut command will work. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want to cut heavy level of, like if you want to cut many heavy level, for that you can't do done by the cut command. For that you need to go with the advanced command, which is awk command. The awk command is the advanced, or we can say the contemporary command of cut command. So that's how the cut command will work. It will just provide the output, but it can't do the heavy level of cutting. Okay, so what does cut command do? It will cut out the specific section of file, or even you can cut a specific character from the file as well. Okay, by using cut command. Okay, So that's how the cut command will work. So let's understand this in a better way through the practical. So how we can use the cut command, as we all are able to see, like that's how we will cut the lines, the characters and the words, but we just need to get that specific character. Suppose this first line, I just need that R word. How would I do that? By using cut command. Okay, suppose there is a file called verilog secure file. Okay, there is a file which has come under directory where, wait, cat WAR. By mistake, I have written E and secure. Okay, so this is a file. Let me make it visible to you. Okay. So I think that's much is clear to you all. Okay. Is it clear? As you can see in the first column, what is showing? The month's name, and in the second column is space, and the third field is numbers, and the fourth field is space, and the fifth number is date. So that's how. Suppose if I just want the first field, which is April. Uh, First, let's understand regarding the character. Suppose I just want a character, April character, like what is the month April, and I in the April month I just need the character A. So how would I do that? For that we will run the command cut command. Okay, let's clear the screen first. Okay, so for that we will use the option C. Basically, in cut command we need to use the option until it will get error. So that's how this syntax of the cut command will work. Okay, so for that, C for the character and 1. I just need the first character of that file called var log secure. So as you can see, only alphabet A is coming in front of us. So that's how we'll do so. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, ठीक है. So that's how we'll do so. Now I just need second character. For that we will use cut hyphen C2. 2 for second character and the file name. Okay, now you have only get the P option. So this one is the P. Wait, let me adjust the screen first. Okay, now that's how we get character 1, character 2. Now I want character 3. Do the same thing. Cut hyphen C, C for character and the third character I want and the file name. Basically the syntax, if the syntax is clear, you can run any command. Okay. Okay. So that's how we right now we are just April. April word R, which is the third character. So that's how we get characters in cut by using cut command. Suppose if I need character 1 to 5, how would I do that? We just need to specify the range 1 to 5 and then the file name. So as you can see, now you just get 1 to 5 characters. Basically 4 5 is referring to, as you can see, 1 you get number and the fourth is the space. Okay, by using cut command we get the this kind of thing. Like if you want to cut from 1 to 10, just do the same thing. Just define the range. Okay, so that's how we get 10 characters. Now if I just need only first and the 11th character, I have used here comma for that. Only two characters. Okay, so now we are just getting 1 and 11 character. So that's how we will get character. We can also do like that as well. Suppose if you want 1 to 5 and ahead of 5 as well. So that's how we'll do so. Okay, so that's how we'll do so. We will get, that's how we'll get the full, or we can say whole content. Suppose you just need, now you just need ahead of 5, just 5 and then hyphen. You just need to do this. Okay, sorry, 5 hyphen. For that you will only get ahead of 5 characters. Like whatever be coming character 5 coming after character 5, you will get only that content. Wait. Hyphen C 5 where log secure. In the above one I have written the wrong spelling, that's why it happens. So that's how we'll get only the ahead of character 5 content. Okay, so that's how it will work. That's how we'll able to cut the section of characters. Now if I want to cut the section of fields as well, how we can do that? For that you need to define the argument like f for field and the delimiter, like whatever be the delimiter. As you can see, when you run varlog, when you read varlog files, okay, as you can see in that field, first field is the month field and the second field is the space field and the third field is the number field. So that's how the field is defined. So for that we just need to specify the argument, we just need to specify the delimiter as well, so that it will work. If you don't specify, it will provide you the whole output. Suppose if you refer field 1 where log secure files, you will get whole output. That's how. Okay, but if you define the delimiter, so only at that time you will only get the thing whatever you want. Field 1, it will only provide you the field 1 now, which is month field. Okay, that's how. If you define delimiter, along with that if you need field 2, you just need to use this syntax. Okay, now it is the number. Basically in cut command we are not able to cut the heavy level command, that's why it is only showing 10. When you do so, cut hyphen d hyphen field 3, which is space, like let's take 4. So that's how you will get the date. Okay, in cut command we can't do the heavy level command. When you read this file, you will able to see that the number is coming under this format. So that's why it get confused. Wait. So if you see that it referring to the number 888, and before 8 in that last content is 10. So that's why it get confused. It only taken the first line of that number, which is coming only 1. So that's how it get confused, and it is not able to cut the heavy level cutting. So that's why we use advanced like advanced command, which is awk command of cut. So for that, if we want to do the advanced level of cutting, we need we go with the awk command. So that's how we will able to cut field by using cut command and characters. Now if you want that 1 to 4th field, you just need to use this range. You need to define the range and the file name. Okay, so that's how we'll get range wise fields. Now if I need, and it is very important to define the delimiter if we want according to ourselves, the like if we want the content according to ourselves. 1 to 3, suppose I just need 1 to 3, 1 and 3 field. That's how we'll do so, 1 and 3. Okay, so that's how it will work. So this happens when we are doing with the var log files. Now if you want to cut the section in the ls-l, like in this content, like the content which is available in front of you. Now if you want to cut out this section, how would you do that? As we can see here, we just need to use, suppose I just need this field 1, which is coming under permission field. How would I do that? Hyphen d space and the, here you need to write ls-l first, okay, and pipe symbol and then field 1. Okay, so that's how we just get the permission field. If you need the second field, just do the same thing, ls-l cut hyphen d delimiter, which is space. As you can see here, the space is space after second field as well, there is space. After 4 fields there is space. So that's why we are in the delimiter, we are referring for the space, field 2. So right now we are just getting the field 2, which is length field. Okay, so that's how we do so. Now there is a file called cat etc password file. We all know that. Okay, as you can see in this field, there is the delimiter of semicolon. There is no space delimiter. As you can see in the first line, root, after this word there is delimiter of semicolon. So how would we define, like how we can cut this section of line? So for that we need to define delimiter semicolon. Okay, and the field 1 of that file called etc password. So as you can see, now you just get the field 1 rule. Okay, so that's how we'll do so. If you need second field, do the same thing, cut hyphen d delimiter, which is semicolon, and hyphen field third var etc password file. So that's how we get only third field. So that's how the cut command will work. Okay, so this is the cut command. So this is the cut command. It can only do the low level of cutting. If you need high level of cutting, you need to go with the awk command. And we will cover awk command in a further lecture. For that, you need to watch my video, that one as well. Okay, so I think you all are able to understand all these three commands. Okay, now it's time to discuss the very important question which most of the people asked, okay, regarding Linux. So the first question of them was like, is it necessary to learn or to it should be like very necessary or compulsory to read or learn each and every command? Basically, if I answer this question, basically it is very important if you know the syntax of the commands. If you do remember the syntax of the commands, it will be a piece of cake for you so that you can run each and every command. by just knowing the syntax. So it is necessary to know the syntax, but it is not necessary to learn all these commands. If the syntax is clear, you can use the commands by using option. If you forget the option, it doesn't matter, just the syntax should be clear. Like we all know, after cut command we need to use delimiter for the field and then the file. Okay, the syntax is that. If the syntax is clear, you can run each and every command, it doesn't matter. So most of the time what happens, basically linux administrators too, they forget the commands, but they didn't give up. They know the syntax, so that they will google it and they can know the answer and they know how to run the command. So that's happened. So it is necessary to know the syntax of the command. If you don't know the option, it is okay, completely it is okay, you don't worry regarding this. Okay, and the second question is that most of the people asking, like, in how many months and in how many time the linux course will be complete. Basically, we all know, like in our schooling as well, we like divide the syllabus so that we will able to learn each and everything in a deeply way. Okay, we can get each and every knowledge regarding these every topic. So that's how in linux we also do, like we will divide the section. There are four sections you need to divide. Basically, in the first section, what we will do, in the first stage we will do the introduction, installation and the linux basic command. When this stage is clear, we will move further with the second stage, which come under filter commands, which is right now covering, like we are going with that. Okay, and the third stage is, like the third stage will be the management topics, like the services. As you can see, user management, permission management, partition management, all these come under third stage. When you are clear with all these three stages, you are eligible for the RSCSA exam, which is Red Hat Certified Administrator exam. Okay, when you are clear with that, you can go with the fourth stage, in which all the configuration services will come. Okay, like Apache services and many more. Okay, so that's how, when you clear with the fourth stage as well, then you will be able to eligible for that RSCE exam, Red Hat Certified Engineer exam. Okay, when you are done with all these things, then you will be referred as a Linux administrator. So these are the stages you need to cover and you need to go with. So when you are able to cover all these stages, then you will be able to get the certification of linux administrator. Okay, so for that it will take time and do practice of commands. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you got your answer, as well as you will able to understand this lecture. We will meet soon with the another lecture. Till then, keep learning and keep supporting.